I know a lot of big girls who have watched this and been like, I wouldn't have done that. Like I've had discussions with them about this. So I wouldn't call it big back energy. I would call it lonely, sad,
Desperate.
depressed,
Desperate. Yeah,
low
that's the word I'm
self-esteem energy. That's what I would call it.
But why is she saying like quarantine? You couldn't go to somebody else's house. You don't have
She
to
wanted-
stay here. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like we were all in the quarantine. You don't have to
but she
stay here. You can go to your
Let's
house.
keep it 100. Why does she want a man to quarantine with her?
Look,
Keep
look,
it
look,
100.
look,
Yeah,
y'all. Okay,
in-house
maybe,
chick. That's what she wanted. She wanted
okay, so
in-house
maybe
chick.
the Incredible Hulk got me feeling extra strong. Let's just keep it all the way funky, okay? She ain't really all that. You know, ain't nobody, ain't no nigga over here knocking on her door, you know, taking her down. Please hush for a second. Hush. Now, she ain't all that. You know what I mean? She cute, but ain't nobody like knocking, beating down her door, trying to get them draws, whatever. So, I don't know the situation, but again, it reeks of just desperation. Because again, I think he said all the stuff that she wanted to hear. And again, allegedly, because we still don't know this dude's side of the story. And I only got halfway through before I started, you know, my SAG energy just kind of hey, there's something else I could be doing. I'm eating on my phone, or I'm gonna go watch TV. Yeah, I only got halfway through, but it's like we didn't see the scenario.
I don't think that's just SAG energy. I think that's most people who have something to do with their life, sir. I don't think that's relegated to a Zodiac side. I think most people were like, yeah, 50 episodes. I don't got time for that. Yeah, let me keep it moving. Oh shit.
Yeah, because I'm a Scorpio, and none of that makes sense from the jump because I'd rather be alone. I don't have no problem being alone.
We got baby teacher in the house.
Yep. And I'm like, and I'm a lesbian,
Shannon.
and I
Boy, if
disagree.
you gonna get out of here, Shannon, with this nonsense.
Yeah, like I just can't put up with stuff.
I didn't want
Then it said, "Hush." I'm reading just like her. Hush. You don't know what kind of sunshine she got between those mountainous hills. Yeah, there was some mountainous hills, right? Okay, we but
rainy days.
Again,
rainy days.
You know what?
Touched my seat. That's what that reminded me. No, you move my seat.
You move my seat.
Yeah, okay, that's not what I'm getting at. It's not because it's not because she's big. Because again, there's women who are big and beautiful and all that. It's the thing about it. The only thing is that she lacks.
We're not talking about y'all.
She lacks self-worth. She lacks self-confidence. You know what I mean? It just reeks of desperation. Jessica said, like, you know, pathological liars are good at what they do. You know, no doubt. Noah Lonnie said she was dumb and ignored all the lies. No doubt.
How do we
again? So what is
know she's not lying?
Huh?
You know,
because multiple people came out.
Well, there's a lot of girls that say a lot of things.
No, his ex-wives came out. His ex-wife
family came out. The stepkids came out.
Yeah, we went all the way in.
I watched all 50.
I value my time, so I'm not. I value my time, so I don't want to watch that.
Well, I sped it up.
No, we didn't just watch we didn't just watch the 50 series, right? We had nothing but
50.
We went and saw his TikTok,
but I didn't watch one, but I
watched his TikTok, his responses.
I wasn't surprised at all.
That trailer
and he's also been diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolarism.
Yeah.
And she had to know that.
So,
you know,
I didn't watch all
off.
50.
No, I didn't.
He's been diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolarism.
Oh, well, then you can't really blame him.
He has issues.
He has mental illness. Then.
He has issues.
Of course, you can blame him.
Now, all right. So
she dated somebody with mental illness. That's on her.
Now, here's the thing, right? So again, so she stated that she went on Facebook dating, and again, so the thing about some of these stories or things I hate personally is that, again, like, you know, because I've been on Facebook dating before, I've been on these apps, but I wasn't out there looking for just like, you know, booty. So it kind of gives a bad rap to those situations, and I've actually found and met some great people off of Facebook. I met at least like 2 or 3. Now, one or two have been some crazy ass motherfuckers. So I mean, it's plausible. I think a lot of times some of these that these apps, you know, you get on these apps, you can front and be whoever it is that you want to be. You can create this whole false narrative. You can, you're not really going on there with true intent. So I feel bad for the women who go on there and get tricked by these dudes. And then I'm gonna flip it, saying these dudes, what's up, Energy Tate? These dudes, look, I gotta talk to the dudes for a minute because it's all about accountability and it's still sharp and still. Dudes, quit lying to these women. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you that desperate for ass to where you got to sit up there and got to put on a whole front? If you don't have good intent for a woman who's telling you what her intentions are, then leave her alone. If you're stepping into it, with the intent of getting some booty, let her know what it is. She just might be with it, and it could just be a mutual thing between the both of y'all. But the fact that you keep leading on these women, making them to believe that you love them, and then going as far to marry them, knowing that you had no intent, and actually trying to make something good out of this woman, stop. Because you're not projecting good men behavior, you're projecting bitch behavior. You know what I'm saying? And it's time for you to start manning up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're either going to be a real man or leave these women alone, because this is what's happening. And I'm putting myself in a situation, as far as the men on here, we all got mothers, we got sisters, we got aunts, we got cousins. And if any of them came to us with that shit, 9 times out of 10, we going to be right there in jail with Jam Master Jay's killers, because we going to do some ignorant shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you're playing with people's lives, man. If you can't be real, then leave them the fuck alone, period. Because it's just like this type of behavior right here is uncalled for. So all jokes aside, I feel bad for the woman because she put all her time and her energy into this dude. But again, at the same time, if we're talking about accountability, she does have to. How did you not see the red flags? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you miss those? So my question to the panel.
But she overlooked them.
Hold on a sec. My question to the panel is, do you think that she was desperate for love? Yes. Or do you think that she was actually being sincere?
Both.
That's a trick question.
She was an opportunist. That's it. Word of the day, opportunist. It was something that came up, and she didn't mind snatching it up. Anybody want to be don't know, you don't know him more than 2 weeks, you're gonna let him move in, live in with you. That's red ass flag.
In the middle of a pandemic.
In the middle of a pandemic where you can't go. No, she don't know anything about him, and then you're gonna accept him into your home. You possibly could get COVID with him. Who knows what he could do to you? So it's like she's an opportunist too. Yeah, exactly. He could be a rapist. He could be a serial killer. He could be whatever, and you allowed him to be with you 24/7. So she bears a lot of the responsibility too for allowing somebody to just in-house booty with her for the pandemic. So that's my take. It's all these subscription relationships going on. They hit like, share, and they just follow along without bringing any real value to it. It's just like, okay, I'm just gonna come along and hit subscribe. I'm gonna know all this shit, but then I'm not gonna bring any value to the comments. I'm not gonna bring any value. I'm just here to watch, and that's what she wanted, and that's he's fucked up too. He don't get a pass, but see, we all know he has mental illness now. So
for a minute, because who's to say that they didn't genuinely vibe? Because again, like I've been on here before.
Hold on.
I had Uber drivers come to my house for more than 2 weeks dropping off shit. I don't know them.
Again, come on. So they went on a date and they vibe.
I've had the same mailman.
Sometimes what happens what happens is that when you meet somebody, you genuinely vibe with them. So it could have been sincere in the beginning. Who knows? But I think what happened was, hold on a second, man. Let me, damn, toes, put a toe in your mouth for a second. Hold up. So, I mean, like, again, so we can't necessarily say, because again, for me, I've been in this situation and I vibe. You know what I'm saying? I found someone who was actually good and decent. And we vibed. But again, I stepped in it with pure intent. I wasn't looking for a shelter. I wasn't looking for money. I wasn't looking for anything else. You know what I'm saying? But I think also sometimes what happens on these apps is that this is the home of personality defects, because people who genuinely can't really step up and go to somebody like, let's say, in person, or they can connect in person, they get on these apps and they, again, they put on these personas. But who's to say that they didn't genuinely vibe and maybe it was a real feel? So I don't know. Just playing advocate.
Again, 2 weeks is.
I think
like
her
I said.
feel was the real feel, but he lied from the moment he started speaking to her. Nothing that came out of his mouth was the truth. So if he wasn't trying to really feel her and get to know her, he shouldn't have started from the jump lying, because eventually all that stuff is going to catch up.
That part.
And so, and my thing is fine if later on, if after 2 weeks or so, because she said they dated pretty much all the time during those first 2 weeks. But what really, when you watch through it and you get deeper and deeper, because sometimes in the series she goes back and she gives you more detail on the reasons why she made the decisions that she made. So if you miss the rest of it, you're missing part of what the beginning part was, because you're missing some other key facts that she threw in. But a lot of this is her responsibility too. Like, there was so many times that she should have just been like, okay, I'm done. I mean, the whole 50 series, you were still waiting on this man to buy you a house? Buy you a house. Yeah. He told you he done found you for the real estate agent and all this stuff, and you find out all that's a lie.
That was crazy.
And you still ask him, you get me, adoration? She's still asking him where the house is at. All the way up until like the last episode.
I have something to
say. Last episode.
I have something to say.
So that right there, that's one instance. Yeah, that's one instance. How many times he gonna have to show you that, lady, he ain't buying you no house? How many times? And you still talking about the damn house you're not gonna get.
Right.
Go ahead, adoration. That was funny.
Here's the thing on that point right there. I just want to butt in on that point, because at that point they were married, and so there is the grace that you're supposed to give your partner. And the thing is, in hindsight, it's 2020. So you look back and you're like if my husband was like, hey, we're gonna get a house and we're married together and we never get that house and this happens, that happens, I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, I didn't get my house, I'm divorcing you tomorrow, because that's unreasonable.
But wouldn't you know your husband before you marry him?
Now, I'm very different than most people, Mr. I don't play any of that. I don't
but that's just general. That's what we've been saying on this podcast for the longest time. People have been
that's what I'm saying.
shacking up and having kids with people they don't know.
Girl. I agree with that. But I'm just saying, in the context of a marriage, it is unlikely to be like, oh my God, my husband he said he's gonna buy me a house in April, and it's, you know what I mean, it's August, I'm getting divorced. It is because it was step by step. That's what I'm saying.
I see what you're saying, adoration.
You understand what I'm saying?
At what point were they asking about buying a house?
Time out.
At what point was that?
But they started talking about. Oh, go ahead.
Hey, make sure you guys hit the like and share button. We're bringing Dion to the stage. Hit the like and share button, folks.
I'm gonna pause everybody, because I want to hear Nalani. Come on, man. What you got, sis? What you got?
One. She saw dollar signs.
It's gonna be a long night. She started.
She saw dollar signs.
Right.
God gave her a sign. Her tire popped. Don't put me on no big screen. Come on now.
Dang it. Y'all aren't ugly, man. Stop that.
Okay, so she saw dollar signs. Tire popped. She called him. My tire popped. Blah blah blah. He said, "Where you at? I'll go and get you." Blah blah blah. She goes, gives him the information. He fixed the tire, whatever. He paid for the tire. Oh my God, he paid for my tire, because she not used to somebody doing that. So hello, that should show you this girl not used to getting the love that he apparently showing her. So obviously she gonna rush into things. Then you rushed into getting in the house. Where we gonna stay? You seen where he stay at. He seen where you stay at. Obviously he gonna pick where you stay, because it's better. It's better. He sees money.
Yeah, which let her know he didn't have money to buy a house.
Yeah. Then you see this man taking care of you, paying all your bills, and he said all you gotta worry about is yourself. Of course she ain't gonna leave him. Who gonna leave somebody who pay all your bills? You must be stupid.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
Benny, Jamie, hold up. I gotta give props where they do. Benny, Jamie, you done raised a dope ass daughter, because there's grown ass women who do not get that shit. I'm telling you.
Amen.
This girl get it. How the hell she's so young but wise and old at the same damn time? Shout out to you, baby Tish. Word.
Then he talking about he played football. Told her about some that she didn't even understand. I'm sorry.
Arena football. It's
I'm
arena
sorry.
football.
I'm
That
sneaky.
right there.
I'm real sneaky. They don't call me no secret agent for no reason. If I'm dating you, the first thing I'm doing is Facebook.
Thank you.
Your family,
I love
your
that.
family
I love
stuff.
that. I love that. I
Instagram,
love
going
that.
through your family. I'm finding your mom.
That's my new rule.
Thank
That's
you.
my new rule.
I'm looking. I'm sneaking. And if
Thank
you tell
you.
me you play for a sport, I'm
You have
looking.
to.
I don't know nothing about. I'm looking it up.
Yeah.
Yes,
Trying
That's
to
ma'am.
figure
right.
out what it is.
That's right.
Yeah.
Then he'd say, I'm gonna get you a house, blah, blah, blah. He looking through all this stuff by himself. You never seen it. Then you find out that house been bought down. Nothing.
Nothing.
The realtor
Mhm.
calling you like, hey, what you guys gonna do with this house? What are you talking about? He said he put the money down.
Pathological liar.
He ain't putting no money down, girl. You stupid. Then you decide. Then you
Yeah.
decide, still doing stuff with this man. And then I'ma let it go. I'm gonna try to see what he's gonna tell me because I know he lying. I'm sorry. You already pregnant. You
That was the
gonna
biggest
let it
one.
go. You gonna let
Run.
it go and you pregnant. No, I'm gonna set you up I'm gonna set you up. So what about that house? When can I see my house?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what happened? Oh, the income tax went up. That's why you telling me no. Oh. But I heard the house was already bought.
Yeah,
What
That's
about
how you play it off. And
Yeah,
you
she
telling
played
me,
it off.
No, you telling me you didn't play it? No, girl, you stupid. She knew.
Yes.
And she ignored all the red flags.
Thank you.
All the red flags. Because all she saw was this man taking care of her. And she ain't never had no man take care of her before like that ever in her life. Who knows? She probably don't got no daddy figure. She probably got daddy issues. We don't know. Because what it looks like is the girl got daddy issues. And you talking about she ain't all that. He ain't all that either. He got bumps all over his face.
Say it again.
He got HIV probably. He messing with prostitutes. He was cheating on her, messing with prostitutes and everything.
Oh my.
That's when you said, that's when you
Hell
throw in
no.
the red flag, say, oh, God gave me a sign. Girl, you stupid, you dumb, and you naive. God been gave you a sign.
He was
Millions.
giving her millions. I know Alani, and she was missing every one of them. Like she said, she saw the paperwork from Chase saying that he was approved for a loan. We
Or
looked
was
at
she
the paperwork.
missing
There is no Chase. There's no Chase. Nothing on that paperwork. It's just a little symbol. It don't even say Chase. And like Shannon said, look at the copy and paste bank statement. He good at Microsoft Excel. He real good at Microsoft Excel because don't nobody bank statements look like that no more.
And that's what I said. That's what I said. She overlooked him.
Where she be working? Where she work at, Noelani? Where she work at?
Oh, she worked in
She
a
could
department.
have ran his background check. Where she worked at.
I'm like, you don't run background checks. You know people who run background checks.
No, but she tried to do that.
Yeah, with the social security card.
She had both social security
was
numbers
wrong.
way at the beginning.
No, listen.
It's too late.
When she did it, because remember
It
when
was
they
too
did the
late.
marriage contract thing and she got
It
his
was
social
too
security
different.
number and she's like, she ran it and nothing happened, like it didn't exist. She was like, maybe I got the wrong one. See, at that point, I'd be digging through shit.
Yeah.
Because
Were they married?
No,
No.
I ain't been digging like Noelani said
Wait,
from day
it
one.
gets even
Let's be
deeper.
clear.
But
From
wait,
day
it
one.
gets deeper. Y'all not look.
Time.
It gets deeper.
Hey, I love this, y'all. I love this. Make sure y'all hit the like and share button.
He
Shout out
had
to
a
Greg. I see you.
miscarriage, and he
Hold
didn't
on
go.
a sec. I saw this clip about
Yep.
red flags, and I want to see if y'all agree on this one because it pertains to this. Hold up.
And can spend all this money on you, the skin off you, then ghost you.
Ooh.
Oh no, he can't ghost me. I need my skin back.
That's what I'm saying.
Did you see the red flags and did you pretend like they were not there?
Talk about it.
Jesus.
But hold on though, because a lot of the times we like red flags, right? But you don't know what to look for if you don't know what to look for. So a lot of the times we don't know that certain things are red flags. So what are some examples of red flags?
If what a person does makes you question your worth or influences some type of doubt in you, if a person betrays you, if there is some wrongdoing, if what you believe that they're doing is morally unethical, that is more than likely a red flag. The reason why we don't see these things is because we don't know our standards, because we haven't taken the time to get to know ourselves. But the red flags were there. Based off of what you said, because I'm listening to everything that's been said, but based off of what
I want to know how.
Hey, make
And
sure
it's
you guys
funny
hit
you
the
brought
like.
that clip up.
If
It's funny that you brought that
Hey,
clip
somebody
up
turn down the TV. I
because
hear
she
some air
mentioned
TV in the background. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Tish.
because she mentioned that's okay. She mentioned in part 2 or 3 when she talked about moving old boy in the house and how she felt it was wrong because her spirituality, what she believes in, she shouldn't be shacking up, but she did it anyway. That was against her moral and spiritual standards, which was a first red flag that she ignored, and she allowed him to come in there. So I'm glad that clip popped up because those were out of her words, not my words. It was her words, and that was the reason why.
Hold on a sec, y'all. What's up, D? How you doing? Don't mean to be rude. You kind of walked in when everything was going on, and you know what I'm saying? So
indeed.
A little late to the party, but you still here on time. So how you doing?
I'm good. How are y'all doing?
Good.
We
So what?
Live.
So drop your 3 cents. What's your intake on what you just seen or what you know about this whole "Who the F Did I Marry" series?
I don't watch all of that mess because to me, I'm not one that's gonna do that background check within them 30 days. I'm gonna know something. And
Thank you.
Say it.
It's all kind of red flags that she's seen. I think she was just a little thirsty, and she's seen them, and maybe he had the looks, and that's it. But she's seen them red flags. She knew. You don't sit here and anybody can see a document that they are made up. I mean, come on, check him out first. But she just wanted in the quarantine. What that woman gonna say? Where we gonna quarantine at? Nigga, look at here. We're gonna just be what we're gonna be at. He can still move around. You know what I mean? You can go to your house and still come back.
Exactly.
Get it up.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I'm Team Noelani on this one. I'm Team Noelani. Because Noelani put it in a great perspective. What it seems like what happened was she got used, or she loved the fact that hey, she didn't have to spend her money. She had some dude spending on, and like you said, D, maybe the dude looked good to her. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she's used and finally got some arm candy. She like, hey girl, I got a man. Hey girl, look at me. You know what I'm saying? She got so thirsty and caught up in it. She ignored them red flags and she went with now she's at where she's at now. So I mean, I'm Team Noelani with that one, yo. I tend
Noelani is 100%, and she's 100% correct because a woman further along down the line said that she got caught up in the money. She admitted it.
I mean, she admitted she looked stupid.
Yeah,
So he
admitted all that.
Yeah,
So
but
it's all
someone else, I think it was Jessica that brought it up. I think it was Jessica. Like, so where did this dude have money? Like, how did he get his fees?
Yeah, where?
No, that's what I asked. Me and Noelani talked about it. I was like, show me where he got it from. Like, you getting bank statements and you not calling the bank to see if it's a real bank? I would have called the bank. Ain't no way you're going to throw me a spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet, and think I'm going to believe the bank. No, I'm calling the bank. And do you
I agree with Brother Benny. I agree with brother Benny. Right there.
Oh, let's bring this back up. He knocked the bottom out.
He knocked the bottom out.
Hey, that part too. That part is true too.
He knocked the brains out of
that. Wait, and she even mentioned that too. So it's funny y'all all bringing this up because she even mentioned that too. So
they say what the money was on.
After they got married, all that freaky deaky stuff stopped. She said normally the man wants to keep, the woman wants to stop, and he stopped. So she was kind of upset about all that extraness that they were doing before because she cut it out. So yeah, she pretty much admitted that.
Because he got it sewed up. He got it sewed up. He didn't have to do nothing extra now.
He had to work no more.
He didn't have to do no work no more.
He put in that work. He didn't have to work no more.
He was sugaring.
Usually that's the female that does that. You hear guys complaining all the time, like, "Oh, now,
Mama Tucker, how you doing?"
Sugaring.
All right, well, this is how it ended.
Part 50. Who the fuck did I marry? So, the aftermath. There are some realizations I had to come to after the divorce and everything had passed. One, Legion never loved me. He never loved me. He doesn't love himself, so I know he didn't love me. Number 2, he didn't even like me. He watched me get excited about things that he knew I was not going to get. And not even just the possession stuff. Like, of course, we know I was excited to be the woman whose husband is like, I'm taking my wife to London. I was excited to be the woman whose husband was like, yeah, I bought my wife a brand new BMW X5. You have to understand, as all the jokes that we make about the BMW, it was the time and effort that he spent in taking me to dealerships and being sure to put me in the car and test drive the car and, you know, oh, I can see you in this. I like this for you. It seems safe. It was the effort to really make me believe that he was going to get this. Just for him to fuck with me. The effort in taking me to all these homes, to see my face light up as a woman who grew up on welfare, to be able to walk into these 4 and 5 bedroom homes, knowing that he didn't have any money to buy it. Imagine if he had just been honest and said, hey, I like in my free time to go to open houses and just see how the other people live. Imagine if he had just said that versus wasting not only my time, but the wasting the time of the realtors who did nothing wrong. There's a level of cruelty to my ex-husband that I had never experienced before. And God knows, I pray I never experience it again.
Oh my God.
How are y'all?
And Melvin read my mind. When he came back, I was gonna be like, I feel like I need to give 35 cents a day.
Like, no. Where do I donate my $17 a day? Jesus Christ, that shit was depressing. God damn. Feed the children commercial.
I'm gonna do better. I gotta do better. I'm gonna do better.
I can't do better. That shit was depressing. God damn.
How you gonna get mad at that man for trying? Listen, how y'all gonna try to get mad at that man for manifesting his life? That was just him manifesting, right? You know, when you manifest, you have to go sit in the car. You gotta drive the car. You gotta see the house, walk through the house, so you can visualize yourself there. That man was trying to manifest his way to your house. I don't know why you're mad about a post.
Stop coming for that man.
What is you mad about?
But that's the thing, though.
Hey, Quez, you misspelled manifesting to manipulating. That's the difference.
Right.
Right.
The other M. That was the other M. Manipulation right there. That's all that shit.
Hey, look, I tried, man. I tried.
Hey, Jamal, if you want to come on, the link is in the comments. I pinned it.
So hit sorry for her.
Come in. If y'all just tuning in, make sure you guys hit the like and share button. If you're on YouTube, hit the like, share, subscribe. We're talking about this Why the F or Who the F Did I Marry series. And I mean, I'm sorry, this is a Lifetime movie in the making. I don't know if this is real or fake. But baby girl about to get a bag from Lifetime because this is a straight up Lifetime movie.
Sad. That was sad. I was like,
it's gonna be a Tyler Perry movie.
It's
gonna be a Tyler Perry movie.
She need to go find me.
It's out there.
They gave her a car, right?
Yeah, I heard Netflix or something.
Hey, good.
I need the link so I can sign up to be in this movie. Maybe I can play the Legion dude. I need a starring role. I was already in the Lifetime movie before, but I need the starring role. You know what I mean? Maybe I can play the Legion dude. I can be the hobo.
And shoot, to give you a little bit more, just a small little background of him, he is on TikTok as a relationship coach.
Oh, shit.
No. What's his name?
I tell you, me and Noelani Diggs, we dug, okay? Because we didn't
He's on TikTok as a finesse expert. because he finessed the shit out of her. So what he did was he laid down the dick and then got up in her and made her feel so. And then he got a house. He got some. This dude finessed the hell out of this chick. And I don't know if it's the fact that, maybe, again, she was just lonely. She's desperation and she needed something. I don't know.
He should write a book because I want to know how to take those steps. Shit.
Listen,
He need a book.
Hey,
He need a book.
For real, we joking and playing, but this is why it's important for your kids to be also street aware and in books, because to the average street cats, and you ain't even really got to be no thug hustler, none of that, but just being involved somewhere around the streets and knowing people of that caliber, you pick up on certain things, right? And when you negate your children from having that side of experience, they tend to be gullible to things like this. If you printing out bank statements and mortgage loan papers and stuff, like your average individual, like, bro, get the fuck out of here with this shit. You know what I'm saying? What is this, sir? You know
Did she need a family?
Look, it's 2024. I don't need no paper bank statement. Like, what's your login? Like, let me log into your account. Like,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
So,
and that's why I
also,
say,
you have to love yourself before you do something. If you start, if you move in with somebody faster than it takes for you to build a habit, because it takes 21 days to build a habit successfully. If you are in a full-blown relationship in 14 days, that means you don't take life serious.
Yes,
because you can't even create a healthy habit in 21 days, let alone a loving relationship. So let's call it for what it is. I know everybody want to beat up on what's his name, Luther.
Legion
of Doom.
That's his real name.
Exactly, Derek Jackson. That's exactly what I was to say.
Hey,
Legion of Doom right there.
Whoever he is, you guys want to beat up on him, and yes, I understand, because there's a space for that, but we also have to once again tell people about accountability for self. Right? There's no reason you should have been that deep into that scenario. That much shit happened to you. There's no reason for that besides, just benign neglect. It's bullshit, but I'm going to keep going because the dick good. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep going because he actually talks to me and tells me I'm pretty and I don't need to lose weight. Or, like, bro, what are we doing here? Like, you got to take some accountability for yourself. Like, if you can't love yourself, of course nobody's going to love you. You don't even love you. Why would you think somebody else does? That's all I'm saying. Because I love the fuck out of me.
And she caught the red flags because she noticed something was off, because she started to do little recordings of things that were going on every day. So you're not recording yourself just because, it's a great time and I want to get a recording. She said she was recording everything that was going on, keeping tabs. So if it came to that point where you had to keep recording and taking tabs of stuff going on, at what point did that little voice in your ear tell you, maybe you ought to run, Forrest? Maybe you need to go if you got to do all this extra stuff. Maybe you shouldn't marry him. Something's off. Get that little spreadsheet out my face. I work on Excel every day. Get that out my face. I know what it is. Ain't no bank called this. Like, nothing in your head was like, no.
Why didn't they see the family?
We're going to give him a pass. We'll give him a small one. If he was diagnosed with schizophrenia is not just that you see people walking around and that's not there. That's not just what schizophrenic is. You create this illusion of what life is like. And you are the only person that lives this life of illusion. But if you're schizophrenic, that's what I'm giving him a small pass, adoration, a small one. Very minute. But that's what it is. It's not that, I see ghosts. I don't see ghosts. But psychologically, he's been diagnosed and he's on medication. Okay. So if that's the case, his whole vision of reality is off. Okay, off. That's why in his mind, he could really think he's making all this other money when it's coming from someplace else. In his mind, he probably still thinks he's playing arena football, but he's not. Like, anything could be off on him. I'm giving him a small
CTE.
pass again. So that's what
CTE.
schizophrenia is. It's not just I see dead people walking around. So,
Hey, Greg,
but
what's
at the
up,
end of
Greg?
the day,
How
I
you
think
doing,
the
man?
large
How you doing, cuz?
Fantasy football.
But I think
Right.
the accountability, again, if you thought it was something wrong for you to record it, then you already
Right.
knew something was going wrong, and you have to hold that accountability of you
Right.
taking the next steps to correct it, not keep moving forward in this disaster that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
One
So-
word.
My 3 cents.
Boo boo the fool.
That man said one word and then said.
Let me
four.
ask you the on-brand question, Greg. Hey, brother Greg.
Like,
Brother
one
Greg.
word and one compound.
Hey, brother Greg, you seen the girl? Would you
now.
get with that, brother Greg?
He's putting letters together.
Boo boo the fool.
Four words.
One
Yeah.
word.
That, either that's a couple compound words and one whole word.
A run-on sentence, sir. You know what I'm saying?
Run-on sentence.
Hey, make sure y'all
My
hit
brother
the
is
like
so
and share
funny.
button.
How you
On
get
Facebook,
I love
overrated?
it.
hit the like and share it on your page. If you're on YouTube, hit the like, share, subscribe. Thank you. Thank you for everybody tuning in.
My dad said no love.
He, old boy, ran up and told her so far that she fantasized everything.
Compton's in the house.
He
It went over something.
He stirred up the stick in the brain and delusionized her to a point where Boo Boo the fool.
I know Noah Larney. I'm like, ew, too. 'Cause we saw him on TikTok. We're like, ew.
It's a word that rhymes with hypnotized. I hear you, brother Greg. I don't know, but I think it's a mix between desperation, loving the money, loving having not to pay a bill, you know what I'm saying, getting wined and dined, or he. This nigga is finesse king of the year because he sold her a dream. Hey, in this house right here. Then he said, she did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga finesse
That's
king.
funny. Cheesecake Factory, huh? Now people wonder why we don't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory.
That
You know
got
what?
a
F
sour
him.
taste in my
F
mouth
him,
now.
because
That's why we
yeah,
don't
he
want to
did
go
put
to
a bad
Cheesecake
name on
Factory.
cheesecake.
Here's the thing, though. To be quite
That's a
honest,
trigger word for me.
She said
That's a
she had a
trigger word.
wonderful time
Cheesecake
at
Factory is a
Cheesecake
trigger word
Factory.
for me.
I know it is.
How
That's
dare
why
you?
I said it.
But let
That's
me
why
say
I
something
said
though.
it.
My opinion is that the real biggest problem, and this is one thing that I always be careful of. My biggest thing is people move too fast. That's the main thing, because it's like, okay, I had a problem, this, that, the guy came, he did this and that. You know what I mean? He sound like, you would go to get on the phone with your girl and they'd be like, oh, wow, he's a good guy. I don't care if he seems like a good guy, if he's a good guy, yada, yada, yada. I always tell my friends, anybody can be a good guy for 5, 6, 7 months. My opinion.
Yep.
Anybody can be a good guy. Everybody knows what to do. Buy flowers. It's in every song, every playlist. Let him be a good guy, but let him be a good guy. In my opinion, is to take your time, because everybody with time, you start to see who they really are. Everybody can put their best foot forward in the beginning, but with time, and I think the biggest problem is she didn't give time. She said, well, this guy's a good guy. He seems like a good guy.
Put a chopstick in the adoration. I'm a good guy. I'm not.
Yeah, but how do I know that unless
I gotta go to lunch, guys. I'll get with you later.
Hey, Sue, thank you for
All right, peace.
Bye.
No, I mean, again, so I'm a good guy. You know what I'm saying? And
No, but
again,
that's the
good
thing,
guy.
though. I don't know that yet.
That's still to be determined.
I don't know that. Really?
I'm a bad guy.
I don't know that, though. That's the thing. Anybody can
No,
do it. Listen,
agree.
I dated my ex. I mean, he was a cool guy. I know him now. Now I knew him for 2 years. But back when I first dated him, I knew him for 6 months. We started dating after 6 months or something like that. He was a cool guy. But after we broke up, I found out more about him that I didn't know.
We
You
don't
dated
claim
a guy
I'm not
before?
gonna have walked down the aisle.
We don't
and
claim
married a guy
exes.
after a year. I'm just saying though, if I had married him after 2 weeks to 6 months, I wouldn't have known him.
Sure would.
You were
He
gonna
was
get married,
a liar, but
Adoration?
he was a liar.
But
So what I'm
that's the
saying is-
problem. Adoration, you wouldn't date him after 14 days.
I
You
wouldn't. That's what I'm
move
saying.
him
though.
into your house. That's where
Exactly.
the hang up and
Right.
the disconnect is.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Well-
I'm saying that people need to stop being like, "Oh, this is a good guy. This is a bad guy." Take time. You don't know if he's a good guy. If it's a bad guy after 2 weeks, it's a bad guy. But if it's
Brother
a good
Benny,
guy after 2
hold
months,
on.
you don't know if it's a good guy. How do you
Two
know?
pick adoration. Two pick. I have to address the hater in the. I'm about to go cry in the car.
I'm about to say, you better be careful with your words. I don't play by my father.
Hey, first off, all I gotta do is put a thimble in front of you, and you gonna drown. So I ain't worried about you. Okay, I just put a little puddle. I put a little puddle right there with a leaf so you can float. I ain't worried.
Listen here, Baldy.
But that comment was hilarious.
Bro.
That comment was
Ain't bold.
hilarious.
You're a good guy. 77%.
Hey, forget your adoration. I'm about to sing you some red light district. What you talking about?
Yeah, we're gonna need you. Now, your next adoration, he gonna make you take the test. Watch.
Right.
We're gonna need to see your
I
results.
know mine.
I know my ancestry. Benny, you know we in the building. That's why we laughing so hard. You know what I'm saying? We in here.
Yeah, that 80%.
We in here.
I'm gonna need adoration and D to take their test. We need to see if they're really in the club.
I took my test. Don't play with me
Took
like that.
the test, remember?
Where your results at? I ain't see your results.
Don't come for
She's
me.
85%.
85% what?
85%.
Third.
81.
D.
Third.
D is 85%.
No, I'm 81.
81%.
Yeah.
81% black.
That's why he
Until
mad.
I see
Negro.
paperwork, I need paperwork.
Why
I need
you
to
demanding
Well,
paperwork
you
for your
so-
wife?
You so mad. I'll give it to you.
He a hater.
Ain't no problem.
Hey,
There we go.
Hey,
So,
I submitted my
y'all say that
paperwork.
like it's a
I'm
bad
good.
thing. Yes, I'm a hater. I don't give a fuck.
You smell my pussy. I'm good.
You so mad.
I'm probably blacker than you.
I'm at a high 84.
You are not blacker than me, adoration. You didn't.
I'm 83.
Adoration probably be higher than you.
Don't say that third
Adoration's
until
like
she gives you
80%
percentage.
top
You
shit.
didn't think you were messing up.
Adoration's probably like what? I think she's the high
Like
90s.
Yep.
Adoration has to be high 90s because
It's not no high 90s. She's probably like low
He's
70s.
real mad now.
80
Look at
something, but my Nigerian friends tell me that I look like I'm from the Igbo tribe. So
Yeah, you
you've been-
look
already
like.
got-
Yeah, you
You've
could
been in a
look like.
cult,
It's
adoration.
assumption.
Third look like it too.
We need
He only 77%.
No, he
That
don't.
don't mean shit.
Hey,
Yeah,
Fred,
He dark as
that
hell.
you
don't
blending
mean
in with the dark over there.
shit. He look like it too.
Yes, you
Like,
blending in with the dark. All I can see is
77.
glasses and teeth.
You know what
Oh,
I'm
God.
saying? That's all this real Africanness in my spirit. You know what I'm saying? I'll be in the shadows because I'm up there, baby. 80 plus club. You know what I mean? Get your grades up.
See?
Get your grades up, sir.
I see black smoke going
You're,
in San Bernardino
you're a
earlier. And I
2.0
thought of it.
student. You don't even
I feel attacked here. I feel attacked.
you don't get to participate in this game, sir. You gotta bring your grades up. You're academic probation. Sit
Yeah.
down.
Damn.
Adoration, you're like 90%, right?
Well, as you see, we're done with the 50 Shades of what the hell did
Right.
I do or who
Moving
that's not
on.
married. We're done with the 50 that.
I'm
Moving
gonna
forward.
do 50 episodes.
Jessica, don't you laugh because it looks
I'm
like you
saying.
belong in Thailand with adoration. I'm just
Hey,
saying.
bro, this man's gonna attack everybody, but she didn't even say nothing. What is she's in the
Right.
comments, sir? You can't just beat up on our guests. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
It's okay. He's just feeling a little. He's feeling 77% type of way. So yeah,
Start
don't mind him.
attacking the
He's okay.
guests on the comments because they like the damn. What is going on here?
Yeah.
Whether the invites to the cookout or not.
See,
That's why I'm about to hook all y'all up with
I know
that.
he barely at the. Yeah, he at the perimeter.
Barely at the cookout.
That's how one of them be going crazy and take everybody.
We might
out.
let you smell the barbecue, but we don't know if
Hey,
we
that's
gonna
okay,
let
D.
you in.
That's why I'm gonna hook you up with the Legion dude. You getting hooked up with Legion. D, I'm gonna hook you up with Legion. He
The
gonna take
name
you
Legion
to house.
is
He
epic.
gonna take you house shopping. He gonna take you to cars. You know what I'm saying? He gonna do. I'm hooking you up with Legion, D. That's all good.
Legion
I
of
said
Doom.
you'll shoot everybody just to make yourself be the higher level of black. You
Mhm.
kill all of us.
Damn,
You come
what
for
That's
us.
the whitest thing
How are
I've
you
ever
talking ish when you blend like a lemon? I need paperwork. I need paperwork.
It don't matter what I do. I'm still ahead of you.
A highlighter. I don't
You
do that.
can't add no more into you.
I can't-
That's all you got.
D, you can't. D, you can't say nothing if it look like you can highlight paper with your finger. Just saying, I need proof.
That 81. That's what I'm gonna do.
D, you look like this Las Vegas light in the background. You see the neon light in the background? That's you blend in with that. I need proof first. I need proof.
I can blend anywhere I want to blend in. You still big mad. That do-rag ain't gonna help you no matter how tight you put it on.
Fluorescent. Hey, I can write a whole math equation on your body. I'm just saying, you a whiteboard. You know, so I need proof.
That's all right. That's all right.
Third got that BSE.
You ain't black.
Third got that BSE.
You only 3 shades left.
I need proof. I'm just saying, when the civil rights was going on, you was assimilating. You know what I'm saying? You blended in. You didn't necessarily go with the chocolate folk. They would have thought you was either Hispanic or you was white. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't know you as a Kaniga. I'm just saying. So we need proof. I need proof. Once I get the proof, D, I'm gonna give you 100%. I don't know. Once I get the proof, I'll give you 77% apology.
You see what your dad started? He ain't even in here. He instigated the fight. He's not even here.
I can't say nothing because my percentage
One
is low.
comment here,
I'm not saying
Hey, you know what?
Girl,
D, I have to apologize, D.
Hispanic.
I have to apologize, D. You are not the lightest one.
half
You are not the lightest one on this podcast right now. I'm looking at Noelani, and yeah, no, she's light. So I apologize.
Okay, and what about
But you just one step. D's just one step above Noelani, though.
I'm black and Mexican. What about it? I'm black and Mexican. What about it?
Hey, but so is D, though. I think D's black and Mexican too.
Slap it on your face, and what about it?
Hey, I like brisket and carne asada. I'm just saying, you know, like ain't nothing
you
wrong.
ain't allowed to eat it no more. You banned.
Anyway, so
I like my 47%.
Moving forward,
you ain't getting nothing.
I will give D a 77% apology once I see some
He
paperwork.
think because he live in San Bernardino that he black and he got that rag on his
You gonna
head.
put my business out there? You gonna put my business? Sounds salty. You sound, hey, you look and sound just like a saltine cracker.
That's all right. It could be what he want to be. You ain't running up.
Dang, saltine. But dang, and then she blacked herself out. That's the only way she gonna be black by blacking herself out. You know what I'm saying?
It's called business. It's called business coming to the
what are you gonna do?
Oh, sure, blame it on business. Blame it on business. All right. So the next topic is dang it, and threw me all off topic. I still want to tag. There you go, Quez. Yeah, you blacked out too.
You can still tackle this. I was trying to provide a distraction.
Yeah,
I was just trying to provide a distraction.
Where it was safe. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to catch no strays.
Okay, because shots were being just all over the place.
I was in the green room relaxing. You know what I'm saying? I was here the whole time.
I know that's right.
I don't
because it was being sprayed all over.
A lot of shots being fired tonight. I wanted to make sure I went and got my vest.
Hey, I'm safe. I got my 85% bulletproof vest on. I'm good.
Right?
That part. Next topic. Come on, hurry up for y'all get back.
All right, yo. So the next topic is another clip that I've seen is basically there's another clip going around with women, a group of women basically saying that if you are a man and you're over 30, single with no kids, that you're sus. And I guess by sus they mean like gay or something like that, or there's something wrong. So I'm gonna go ahead and play you the clip, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna take a deep dive.
Over 30 and you're a male. If you not have no kid past 32, likelihood you're sus. You might be a Batman, or your piss just can't burn grass. I ain't got no.
Wait, I missed it. Can we do it again?
I think they're smart.
Over 30 and you're a male. If you not have no kid past 32, likelihood you're sus. You might be a Batman, or your piss just can't burn grass. I ain't got no.
Did you catch it then?
Yeah.
So women on the panel, do you ladies agree with that or not? Or you think they're just tripping? What is it about a man who is single over 30 with no kids? What makes him sus?
I can't tell you what makes him sus because I don't
think that does.
So I can't tell you what makes him sus.
That is stupid.
Just because they ain't got no kids.
I missed it. Oh, you know what?
And
Let
they're
me
not
say
married.
something.
And I dodged some
For
bullets.
real.
All right. So I have had friends be like, if the guy's over 30, he definitely has kids, or he has a wife, or was divorced. And it's like, at first I was like, no, but those girls who do their research, like, I'm not the kind of person who does my research on people. But the friends who do, a lot of times from what I've seen so far, is that a lot of times the guy ends up having like a wife and kids, either married still or divorced or kids spread around. So maybe that's what they're talking about. But other than that, if he's a guy and he genuinely kept standards, and I mean actually not just running around sleeping around, but actually kept his standards and didn't find somebody yet, that's actually a green flag to me, not a red flag. I don't know. I don't really understand. No, I don't know what they're talking about. But I've seen people say stuff like that, but I don't get it. No, I don't understand.
I had my first kid when I was 31 and a half. So my
Right.
one and only kid. So 31 and a half. I count that half.
That's right.
He stole my youth. He stole my
He
youth.
stole your youth out of your pocket.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I don't understand that. But what
Yeah,
I don't.
but
They're explaining what they're
Jess
saying.
said he could be crazy like Legion.
Yeah.
That's what Jess said. He could be crazy like
But
Legion.
they
That
had
might be the only
kids. Though.
suspect
I mean,
thing.
Legion had 3 kids, right?
He's a bati
Legion was
man.
divorced with 3 kids.
He ain't got no kids.
A bati boy.
He
He
don't
don't
have
have no kids.
You said he got
No, that man ain't got no kids.
No, he ain't got no
He don't have no
kids.
kids.
Oh, he was a red
He ain't got no
flag.
kids.
What the hell?
He was married.
What?
And
But
he
we
was
tried to
a
find out.
step-up.
I tell y'all.
How did he leak back
Everybody want
into
to keep
this
giving him the
conversation?
benefit of the doubt.
I'm not giving him the benefit of nothing.
We might have
But
to
it's
have a
not
part 2 of this
suspect.
shit.
I
We might
think-
have to have after party of this. Why the
Yeah,
fuck did I get married series? Because this is a
I
big
don't
thing right here. We-
suspect.
No,
You
there's
missed a
no
lot.
excuse
For
for
50
Legion.
series, yeah, you can go on for 50 days.
Okay, so let me play advocate, as Thurr would like to say. So if because I don't
Exactly.
understand this concept because I know a lot of driven men, and if a man makes it past 30 with no kids, he's usually focused on something, and it ain't you. You know what I'm saying? So that's usually who those individuals are. You know what I mean? Strong-willed and strong-minded, focused men typically are the ones that are 30 plus with no kids and are doing something. You know what I mean? And they're damn near like Elon Musk type personalities. They're very awkward and very
Down syndrome.
yeah, like they yeah.
But Elon got
They're
kids,
on
though.
the spectrum, low key. Like and that's not a diss or a shade. I'm just saying those types of men are like super career driven and super career focused. Like they're hyper focused on getting somewhere. Like they're chasing to be a CEO of some Fortune 500 company. Like they're that dedicated to the cause. But just to play advocate, what do we say about women who are 30 plus with no kids and single?
We've already had this discussion.
What do men say about them? Men
No,
say-
I'm saying I'm asking.
bad
No, I'm
words.
asking what
Hold
y'all
on,
say.
hold on,
I'm not
hold on,
asking
hold
what
on.
men say because
Hold
we
on.
don't give a
Let
damn.
them speak. Let them speak. Go ahead, Quest.
Men, we don't give a shit most of the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
No,
asking,
I
what
heard
do
it's
women?
terrible.
What is y'all like? What is y'all perception of that? Then you know what I mean? If men who are 30 plus with no kids are low key gay, is because that's what we saying. And I think Benny hit it on the head. If his piss don't burn grass, like he's got some other issues. You know what I'm saying going on that he need to go get checked out. But
But you know what that meant, though?
I
That
don't know.
meant-
That means it's
Because the topic, like the suspect is suspect, right? The over 30 with no kids. So if his piss don't burn grass, it means that he's unable to
have
have
kids.
kids. He's unable to plant the seed for kids to grow, for kids. That's what that meant for in that
That's
situation.
a horrible
Let's take a
phrase.
look real deep at
Okay.
Look
I was
at the
confused.
age group of the women who are asking these questions. Look at the mentality of the women who are asking these questions.
High
A
school.
grown-ass woman is not sitting there talking about, oh, you over 30 and you ain't got a bunch of baby mamas running around. Oh, something wrong with you. You must be suspect. No, I'm going to ask
Yeah,
you how
why
you
is that
dodged that bullet.
Wrap it
what
up.
you doing that's keeping you focused that right now you don't want a family? Those are questions I would ask. Like, what you
for me
Right.
on a
And the thing
personal
is, like,
note, for me on a personal note, I mean, I had to take a step back from the whole dating aspect. You know, I was married and then I had a kid. But then of course, like for those that know or for those that don't know, I lost my son. And then of course, then right afterwards, and then I was going through a divorce. So going through that, it meant like 2 years, maybe 2 years of being in a fog or trying to get back on my right foot and trying to make myself right and trying to get back used to the whole idea of dating again, which was a scary aspect. You know what I'm saying? When you take a look at actually, dang, I got to start all over again, then you're a little bit more particular about with your time, and you're a little bit more protective about your energy, and you're trying to find yourself. I know for me, I was trying to find peace, and once I found my peace, like Quez loves to say all the time, I'm not compromising my peace for nobody.
Yes.
And if it costs me my peace, then it's a high price. You're asking too much of me. So if you can't match me at being my peace or adding some type of quality of peace to my life, then yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just choose to stay single. But at the same time, on the flip though, I'm a real dude. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm not one of those dudes who are on like the legions and making the girl believe or whatever she wants or tell her whatever she wants to hear. If I don't see a future with you, I'm going to be blunt and tell you, like, look, this is what it is. I don't want to date, but if it's a physical thing, hey, this is what it is.
You just want them cheeks. Third just want them cheeks. That's it.
No, but you know, again, like my pops always say, you ain't gotta lie to him. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it a buck. And that was the whole thing. If I knew within you, the first person that you can't lie to is yourself. And you got to be honest. If you don't see a future with this person right here, then you just like, nah, I just think that, you know, we should just chill. We should just whatever, you know what I'm saying? And some ladies get mad at that, but at the end of the day, I think they're respected if you just don't waste their time. So, I mean, I don't know. It's different perspectives or it's different strokes for different folks. I just know for me, I knew why. And again, I'm about to hit 40, you know what I'm saying? And I haven't had another kid, you know, and I haven't got married again, but again, you're just real selective about who you choose to lay your head with, because again, with me, I was hurt. It was a thing about now I got to open up to somebody else and try to learn how to trust them again. And again, I had to learn to love myself before I could try to even get at to somebody else. So that's just me. So I don't know what these new generation of these type of girls are doing, but it's just crazy to me.
Yeah, no. For me, like personally, I'm not really into the whole run the streets before you get married thing. So I want a guy who's like that as well. So for me, if a guy's 30 and he doesn't have kids, you know what I mean? Obviously, provided that he's not just sleeping around with it wrapped up. That for me is like, okay, that's somebody that who's energy. Yeah, that what Togo said over there. But somebody whose energy that matches my energy. You know what I mean? I'm 28 and I don't do that. So I want a guy who's 30. It just match for me. It matches my energy. But for some people, it's strange because it doesn't match their energy. It's not what they do. So if that's what they do, and they got kids, then they won't understand somebody like me or like him. That's like, you know, that's not what we're doing before marriage. So to me, that's my normal. That's my community. Those are my people. And every time I talk, like when I'm talking to my friends, like some of my guy friends, like, oh, there's no guys like that. They're probably just lying. I'm like, no, there are people like that. He's like, no, you're the only girl like that in the world, and that's no guys like that in the world. I'm like, no, there are people like that. It's just for them, it's strange. They're probably lying, or they're probably doing this, or they're probably married, and it's like that's not true. So I think that from a certain perspective, it wouldn't make sense. From a certain perspective, you have to be lying. You have to be making that up. But from my personal perspective, I think that I mean, if you didn't get married before you were 30, that makes sense to me that you don't have any kids. That's my personal.
I mean, I'm gonna add to that real quick. You know, I guess I think it was Jessica that brought it to my attention. It was that I think they said I guess the time that a man will mature or a boy matures like fully into a man. I mean, I think he's like 25 or so. You know what I'm saying? And so by the time that you're 30, you know what I'm saying? I mean, by that time, and it's something that my grandma actually put me on. She said, like, look, while you're in your 20s, have as many friends as possible, you know, just get it all out your system. And when you're ready to settle down and be serious with that one. But get it out your system first. And so I think by what she meant by that was, you know, again, because I was into my early 20s. So by the time I hit 25, I started to mature. You know what I mean? I'm like, dang, this is getting kind of old. Like this, being with this one night, being with this one here, or when you look up and you see your friends, you know, having like, you know, families and having children and whatnot in their lives and whatever, and you're looking around like, damn. So when it's time to go on a trip, I got to sit here and try to pick which one of these ones I talk to see which one I can actually stand for the width of time during this trip. You know what I mean? It gets old. So then you start putting stuff in perspective. Like, let me try to find someone who I can experience this life with, the good, the bad, the ugly with. And you start to look at things a little different. So yeah, I think my advice for you brothers out there who are single in your 20s, get it out your system first. You know what I'm saying? But then when it's time to settle down, actually really take the time to settle down, get to know yourself, and give that energy to, you know, to a young lady and, you know, prosper. You know what I'm saying? But definitely don't play with her head.
Right.
Why are we judging people? Everybody's life path is not the same.
We're not judging people. So.
Well, they're judging. They're like, if you 30, he's sus. He may be gay. He may be fucking infertile. But we don't do that to females. And then when we do it to females, why are you judging her for having kids? You don't know her life. Blah blah. Blah. It's the same females that don't want people to judge you to then start judging men. Oh well, he 5'9", he ain't 6 feet, but I have my preference who I want to date. He have to make 100 figures. I'm like, I'm tired of all these females out here saying stupid shit. That's just my take on it.
Preach.
You're right.
Speak your truth, Melvin.
You're right.
Speak your truth.
Thank you, Queen D. Thank you.
It's the light skinned people that try to speak up.
We 80%
banana
together.
peel.
We 80%
bananas in pajamas.
I swear, y'all gonna see some knuckles come across third screen in a minute. Where's my keys at?
I think
I'm about to get blinded by the light.
Melvin I was trying to ease into that, but Melvin just, you know, said fuck it and threw a grenade. So I mean that's kind of how I feel too. Like, you know, it's this double standard of judgment out here. Like, that's why I'm asking, like, what do we call women who are 30 plus with no kids and they're not lesbians? What are they then?
Leave adoration alone.
Well, shit, she's not 30
I'm not 30 plus.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Listen,
I just
leave red light district alone.
I'm not.
I like it. You know what I'm saying?
I like adoration. Yeah, he ain't for the street.
Me. Shit, I got 6 goddamn kids, and I'm 40. You know what I mean? So
you for the streets.
Not that I don't love all of my children, but if I could have done it differently, I probably would have. You know what I mean? I would have matured a little bit more. I would have, you know, put some things in place beforehand. You know, just being realistic with myself. So you know, if I could have made it to 30 before I had a child, that's kind of ideal, because throughout your 20s, you're not. Most people in their 20s, men and women, are not on their financial trajectory yet. You know what I mean? They're not financially secured yet. There's not a lot of 25-year-olds who own houses. Not a lot of 25-year-olds, you know, who have 750 credit scores. It's not a lot of, you know, or even a 640 for that matter, because some of them are getting out of college and got $80,000 worth of debt. You know what I mean? So it's not a lot of individuals at 25 that are, you know, financially set and responsible enough to have children, but yet we do it. And then we act like that's the norm, and it shouldn't be.
Right. Yeah.
That shouldn't be the norm. You know what I'm saying? Having kids at 25 and out of wedlock and fucking, you know what I mean, not financially set, and putting your kids in a situation that they got to witness you grow through. And by the time you finally figure it out, sometimes they damn near teenagers, and they watched you all the way through the struggle before you got it together. And maybe that'll be a lesson they take with them on their journey and path. But you know, a lot of times that's not how that works.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of times they tend to repeat it. So you have to consciously make sure you let them know these are the lessons and this is why I say what I say, so that you don't have to do it. You know what I mean? But not everybody's teaching those lessons at home. So quit acting like, oh, because you made it to 30 with no kids, you're a fucking weirdo. No, you're a weirdo because you think he's weird. That shit's stupid to me. You know what I'm saying? You're the weirdo for somebody being responsible. The fuck?
I think it doesn't make a lot of sense when you're saying like, oh, they have kids here versus here's. What if he has kids when he's 32 and then doesn't take care of the kids? Like, you're not judging the person by their character.
Right. That's why I wanted to hear more
about
context.
the character. It's just but it's just about this. Oh, well, he made it to 35 and he has no kids and he's never been married. Maybe he's a serial killer. Maybe he was in jail. Maybe he but we don't know. It's like you don't know anybody until you actually deep dive into what their character is. And that's where we have to look at like what it's really about.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Jessica says there could also be women having abortions from these men who are 30 plus.
Yeah.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
Now we know you didn't really have kids. You got a lot of soldiers up in heaven, goddamn. You know what I'm saying?
But that's why I said personally, for me, it's not even about the have kids. I want to know about his moral.
Some of y'all got whole regimens up there. Right. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck we talking about, man?
Got bodies.
And then Thomas Davis he says, let's normalize multiple wives like before the colonizers came here and get back to our roots.
Amen.
The Black Heart.
Amen.
I'm going to go on record as saying, funk that.
Real quick.
Amen.
Treat
Dr.
one wife
Umar.
good. Do one wife good, and then you can talk about another one. That's why I want to guys over here.
I want to disappoint more than one at a time. I want to disappoint lots of women.
This one set off everybody because I say hell the funk. No, one of y'all women is good enough for me. I can't. I had this talk with Jessica. I don't see how these dudes can do like three wives, whatever. Because again, one. I love you, women. I love it. This is just me talking my ish.
I agree.
But one woman got like 3 personalities. So then you know what I'm saying, you got the good, the bad, the ugly. Then you got another one with another 3. Then you get another one with another 3. I'm not dealing with no 12 damn personalities and shit. It's draining just dealing with the one.
Listen,
you gotta be good at disappointing people.
And with these guys, with these multiple wives, they don't take care of one wife. They don't treat one wife good. They're not looking after one set of kids. So how in the world they're talking about, you know, I feel like I need a 4th wife. I just don't feel. I'm like, sir.
What kind of cults you be hanging out with, Adoration?
I live all over the world.
What kind of goddamn
I know different types of people.
You gotta leave the compound. Leave the compound, Adoration.
One time you be on a basketball court with your friends. Next time you be at the Sultan's house.
I do.
His 17 wives. Like, what are you doing over there?
She gotta get out that compound.
Bible study in the fucking world.
Come back to the States.
I'm a nomad.
Get out of that compound. You on an Amish compound.
I'm just messing with you, Adoration.
Yo, it's crazy. But I was in Baltimore, though. Baltimore people are crazy. That's where I come from. Those people are crazy. Yeah. So
you come from there. You just saying Baltimore people are crazy. So you saying you crazy too?
Yes. My dad used to say that. He's like, what's wrong with you? He said, how y'all become Baltimore and y'all didn't even grow up there? He was like,
She said yes.
Adoration, let it be known. Adoration, are you crazy? She said yes.
Yes, I am.
Her head turning and shit.
Like, yeah. We're over in Dubai. We used to kick it. I was like, yes, my people. We both short and we both crazy.
I love the accountability. I love the honesty. Go ahead, girl.
It is what it is.
Leave the compound. Leave the compound.
The sister wives.
I'm gonna send you a hugogram just so you can hug me on your good side.
Please. Please. I'm gonna venture over there soon. I'm gonna need a guide, but don't take me where you be hanging out at. Take me where the normal people go. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna. I don't know about Thailand, but I am.
That's off the compound, Quez. She can't go off the compound.
I don't want to do that.
Oh no, don't worry. Listen,
I definitely don't want to do that.
For vacation, I go live there. I go meet real people, and I got like hundreds of friends, so I can introduce you to any type of level of person that you're looking for.
Oh, here we go.
No, I'm not coming for that. I was coming just for vacation.
Thomas Davis. I don't mean to say your full government, Thomas. You know what I'm saying, but
no level.
Thomas says crazy women got that. Never mind what y'all talking about in here. Yeah, man. Those are facts.
What happened?
Yeah, it's gonna go over your head, Adoration. He said crazy women got that
good cookie.
They got good cookie.
Oh no, I'm a virgin, sir. No.
I agree with Brother Benny. 50, Adoration gonna have her 50 episodes.
Actually, I might though.
Oh damn.
People be telling their stories on TikTok, and they
that one time I was married in a cult, and then I had to flee the country, and the man took my passport, and I couldn't get out the country.
Passport, sis.
I had to leave Dubai and flee to Thailand in the red light. I'm hiding out with the prostitutes, still preaching the good word, but
the good word.
Adoration the Explorer. Fuck Dora.
Literally.
Yo, man, this was
I can't stand y'all, man.
I can't stand y'all. Right, I feel you on that one. All right, and we're gonna move on to the next topic.
This and the boots. Skip it down the street.
Hey, hurry up! Let Adoration tell on herself. Hurry up!
You're right. Let's go.
I ain't got that.
She about ready
last
to
topic. Last topic.
Well, I don't know what you got going on over there. She about to tell y'all the truth.
I'm gonna have to talk to Adoration in private. Like, what do you really got going on over there, Adoration?
Is that a Stanley Cup?
She's part of trafficking.
I already sent the inbox. You know what I'm saying?
Is that a pink Stanley Cup?
Yes, my wife cup. I'm married. Shit, I'm getting a cup with a handle. Don't question me. You know what I got me. Don't try to deflect over here. Hey, ma'am, deflection does not look good on you. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
At my house, we pick up cups because there's no. I'm married with children. There's no sexual. You know what I'm saying? Inadequacies around this area. I can pick up the pink.
What the fuck is up with these Stanley Cups, man? Like, what is the craze? Like,
stuff cold.
They went viral.
They work. Shit, they work, sir.
Bro, we were at a Christmas party, right? And they were doing like the fight elephant, and that was like the popular gift. Like everybody was bringing like Stanley Cups and shit. Damn, they're fighting over trying to pick to get these damn Stanley Cups. I walked away with an air fryer, and I was happy, but these motherfuckers was really content with a damn Stanley Cup.
Hey man, because that Stanley Cup will keep your drink hot or cold for like 6 hours.
Yeah, it went viral because it was in a car and the car blew up and the Stanley Cup was still intact and the drink in the Stanley Cup was still the same temperature. That's why it went viral.
They have the cups like that at the dollar store. I don't give no damn.
That dollar store cup will blow up.
I will get a Stanley Cup real quick before I get a Stanley Cup. All right.
Hey, Brother Benny says Adoration got a flock of bouted Africans over there. I'll make you one of my wives. I'll make you my wife.
If you are half African.
I'll make you my wife, girl. That's what they saying to you, Adoration.
My sister's married.
Make you one of my wives. You're gonna be my third wife.
How many goats did she get?
We international. Actually, I don't even know. They didn't go to Africa.
How many goats did they give your daddy for your sister?
Shut up. Hey, moving on. I don't want to offend my African relatives out there.
You goddamn right. You know what I'm saying?
All right, y'all. So last topic. This show's been stupid.
Adoration Daddy gave her sister away for 17 goats, man. Come on.
So moving along. Liability versus assets. So
oh my God, that's what I was waiting for. Did y'all watch the whole thing?
Woo.
Yeah, I did, girl. I watched the whole thing, girl. So you know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
Don't let them viral Adoration. Come on, girl, give them back. Come on.
Adoration, you better stick with the chocolate team over here. Don't go over there to the light. Don't go to the light. Stay away from the Adoration. Stay away from the light. Stay away from the light.
No, she's in the 90%. She's definitely in the 90% because her family has not left the compound in what 2,000 years. So that's definitely 95%.
We left the whole country.
Nah, you guys on that compound for years.
We left the whole country, Charles.
Adoration's the 14th generation over there.
Yes. Adoration, the generation. There's it.
All right, y'all. All right. So yeah, liability versus assets. I saw this clip and I thought it was interesting that this man would actually say this to this woman, and it was in honesty. So we're gonna look at this clip and then we're gonna break it down.
And I pop my balloon just because you're simply too young. And age isn't really a factor, but you don't know what you want.
How old are you again?
38.
You're 38? Oh, yeah. Red flag.
So, but it's less about being a red flag and more about being a liability.
I get it.
If I were to bring you into my life, you would be a liability.
Right. Do you got kids though?
No.
You said you're a doctor, right?
That's correct.
If you change your mind, I'm open to it though.
Why would you be open to it?
Because you're handsome for one.
So you only like
And
me because I'm beautiful.
just like I'm beautiful.
Yeah, but that's not why I would only like you.
So why would you like me? Because you didn't answer that.
Because you can bring something and add something to my life. But because you're a liability, you can't add anything to my life.
Right.
You would be a liability to everything in my
So
life.
what can I not add to your life? What is that?
You can't teach me anything. You can't help me with my finances in any way. You can't add any intellectual.
See, yeah, we can,
I was just shocked to that.
That nigga a narcissist. He a
No, listen.
He a narcissist.
Listen, that was a bad representation.
Yeah,
'cause
that nigga a
gay.
narcissist. He a narcissist.
That nigga right there is
Right.
gay. You know what I'm saying?
So he's son?
Nah, I don't think he's gay. I don't think there's nothing wrong with he is gay.
Whole thing.
Bullshit.
Oh, I don't watch the whole thing,
The
but
whole thing.
Yeah, he's gay.
Thank you.
You know what I'm
Chris.
saying?
Is he?
He messing
And
with
I'm
the
not coming down on what he said because of that, but that part is definitely
Yeah, it's not because of what he said. I agree with
No,
what
but
he
he
said.
sounds like a narcissist the way he said it, though.
Yeah.
It's like
She's
you're not.
I agree with the shit he said. It's just
But he
that
said it the
he's
wrong
gay.
way.
Yeah, he's gay though. And
She's
he
22,
tried to
Cheryl.
use that as a deflection on why he didn't want her. You know what I'm saying, sir?
Right.
You don't want any of them women. You know what I'm saying? You just came up here
No, but
to tell
listen.
all these women why you don't want them. Like,
Listen, I watched the whole thing. God is my
All right,
witness.
Adoration, break it
Quez
down.
is
Break it
not
down.
lying.
Why is he
Okay,
gay?
listen, I'm gonna go.
Because I don't know why he gay.
Hold on, Quez. Hold on, Quez. I need to hear what Adoration had to say.
No, Quez is on point though, but she's 22 years old, by the way. Now here's the thing: it's a pop the balloon game, basically. You see somebody walk on set, you pop your balloon, you talk to them, see if you don't like them, if you like them. The guy, he went viral for that clip because it was actually funny, and like Quez said, he could hear everything there, and Quez was on point. No offense to the guy. The guy was a doctor, so he was making probably a decent amount of money. Plus, I guess because he was tall, I don't see him as handsome, but a lot of the girls thought he was handsome. The little girl, she's 22 years old. She was a real estate owner. She did real estate. She owned property and stuff like that. So when he was saying what he was saying, a lot of people in the comments were kind of confused because even though she was trying to do that Gen Z flirting thing, which to me is a turnoff, she more than likely had more money than him. So when he was saying what he was saying, everybody in the comments was kind of confused. That's why he went viral, because everybody was like,
Because he's a narcissist.
exactly. But he really was a narcissist. Watch the whole thing. Narcissist, trolls is on point, and then no offense, but I also caught the gayness. I mean, a lot of it. But watch the whole episode so you understand. And he
Adoration, you gotta send me that. I'll watch it. I'll watch that over that 50. What the fuck did I marry series? I watch that shit over that.
And the thing is, after that, he got interviewed and he was trying to get girls to slide in his DM. He was like, because he was getting no girls sliding in his DM. You can slide in my DMs. And people were like, I don't think people are trying to slide in DMs. But there was one little guy on there who was not getting a lot of love. He was a cool guy that he actually ended up getting a lot of good feedback from a lot of women because he was a nice, decent guy. Real short guy and stuff like that. Not the conventional beauty standard, but you know what I mean? It actually turned out good.
So here, Thomas asks, Gen Z flirting with the question mark. Yeah, I'm confused about that shit too.
You know how Gen Z
hold on a sec. And then he said it's not offensive if it's true. So Gen Z flirting. What the funk is Gen Z flirting?
All right, so I just passed the Gen Z threshold, so I'm not Gen Z by like 1 year.
I am.
So I kind of get to dump on Gen Z. But I feel like
No, Lonnie says she
I
is.
feel like, no offense, but that generation, they come on like really strong. Like me, I never would like go up to a guy. I mean, I don't flirt with guys at all, but I would never like go up to a guy and be like, "Hey, how you doing? You look handsome." Da-da-da. I don't know. They're just like really extra in this generation. The boys and the girls, they're like.
But that's not Gen Z flirting. That's just being nice. Yeah, you
no. But I'm saying like, you know how she was like, "But you're tall, but you're cute." Da-da-da-da. I just felt like. I don't know.
Yeah, why not?
I felt like that's why he kind of jumped back and was like,
"Hey, you got Gen Z, you got millennials asking why not."
Let me use
I don't
Gen
know,
Z.
but that's just my point of view, though.
Let me know if I'm on to something. But adoration ain't got no riz. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
at all.
She don't.
That's true. That's true. But what I'm saying is,
but it's okay.
My
She knows.
son told me that one. But adoration, you ain't got no riz,
what
man.
Cheryl just said, she sounded thirsty, which gave him the opportunity to be like, to speak to her like that. Because, like,
it's
why
not
was,
really
like,
sounding
the conversation should have ended.
No,
She's like,
but
oh my God, but you're
right,
attractive, but you're cute, but you're beautiful. And then he's just like, I don't know. I just felt like.
Hey, Quiz, show off your hoodie. I love your hoodie. Show off your hoodie.
I mean, this is my favorite hoodie. That's why it's worn
out.
out.
Oh my God. But I feel like she wasn't a liability.
No, hold up. Hold up,
Chapstick.
What? What?
So, you know, whether he's gay or straight, whether he's whatever, there's facts to what he was saying. Because again, he's saying like, so I didn't know that she had real estate money, whatever. But again, she didn't really try to give him any energy until she found out that he was a doctor. Then it was like, hey, whatever. But it's this whole thing where, like, now, again, if we're talking about the word of the day was opportunist. So we saw one from the male perspective and we saw one from the female perspective. We saw dudes who would sit up there and literally lie, cheat, do whatever, manipulate in order to get what they want. But then there, on the flip, there are women who will do the exact same thing. So they'll downplay a guy if he comes up, talks to him, whatever. But once she finds out that he has money, or once he finds out that she has some type of status or whatever, like, then all of a sudden he's handsome or he's attractive or whatever. It's a way for her to find a way to use him to get whatever she needs to get out of him. It's an opportunity. So again, so if we're looking at that, you know, so if you, again, and this is one thing, I hate saying it, but it's the one thing that we keep saying on this show is what are you essentially bringing to the table? You know, because again, are you going to add value to my life, or are you become a liability to my life? Are you going to add anything type of positive to my life, or are you going to add anything negative? And Quez, you can go ahead and break it down even further and elaborate.
Well, no, the only reason I agree with him, after, you know, because I watched it in like adoration, I watched the whole series, is because for real, I don't think they would have made a good match at 22 to 38. There's not a lot of commonality there. You know what I'm saying? Once again, this is one of those career-driven men, you know, who's focused on what he has to do for a living, and he's focused on that. And then we have 22-year-old turn up. You know what I mean? At 38 and 22, that, like, my daughter's 22. I'm not finna be hanging out with her every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we gonna do together? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we'll have our moments, but like, I'm finna be with you every day? No, because some of the shit that you're involved in and some of the stuff that you have going on, it becomes a liability to where I'm at in my life. You know, there's certain things that I can't do you can afford to make a mistake at 22. At 40, I can't afford to make those mistakes that can devastate everything I have going on. You know what I mean? And I don't have a lot of time to recover from that. And I don't, you know, the people that I've already built networks with, you know, and started building relationships with are not going to understand why at 40 years old, I made a 22-year-old mistake and I just killed every possible business venture that I had going for me because they're looking at me like I'm a fucking idiot. You know, so I understood it from that perspective. You know, that's how I looked at it. You know, yes, you're a liability, To be honest, you can't bring anything to the table. Yes, you have money. Yes, you're doing well for yourself. But as far as where I'm at in life, you can't add any value to that. And there's nothing wrong with saying that, yes, you're doing great for yourself, but you can't add value over here because I'm in a different scenario, right? At 22, if you were 22 and I was 24, then yes, that makes perfect sense. We can add value to each other's lives. But at 38 and 22, you can't add value to shit I got. I can't even have, realistic conversations with you because we understand life from two different sides of the spectrum. And most of the time, we're not going to get to a common ground on that because you're in a different part of your life than I am. I'm thinking about the last 30 years that I have or 40 years that I have. You know what I'm saying? You think you still got 70. You know what I mean? So your urgency and focus on getting your stuff accomplished is not the same as mine. I know I got to get shit done like today. I may not have tomorrow. You feel like you have forever. We can't have the same conversation. That's all I'm saying. To be blunt.
I feel that.
I agree.
Koya, you got anything to add?
No, because he hit it on the nose. That's pretty, bro. Hit it. And it's hard to say everything is a liability to me. I pay attention to everything, and being by myself is the asset. And getting shit done and staying focused. Being with anybody right now is a no go. So everybody would be a liability because they ain't on what I'm on at this point.
D, what are your thoughts, D?
I think it can go both ways. Sometimes, like she said and like Wes said, it can go either way, man or woman. A man can look at and say, okay, well, she got this and that going on, okay. But that woman can say, you don't bring nothing to the table. That's how I look at things. Like, okay, what he bringing to the table? Because I'm not saying we got to be completely equal, but are you coming with, the mindset of to grow? Are you coming with the mindset that we're going to build? Or are you coming with this? I don't have time to say if you go into the store, that's where you're going. The cheating or hanging in the clubs and the streets or with the homeboys and not thinking of the household first. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, a lot of times men, I'm not saying all men, but a lot of times men don't take it as strong. A woman, I feel, grows up faster than a man, from what I feel, from what I've run into. And sometimes they don't think about the household first. They think about, oh, okay, I'm paying this bills and that's bill. You should be quiet and that's it. No, but what are we saving? So we ain't on that same mindset. I don't want to work with you like that. You can, but see the key word that he said too that I focus in on is when he said you can't teach me nothing. So he's still looking for somebody that's going to still teach him something. You know what I mean? You have to come with an open mind to get taught. Everybody has to have open mind. Like it's not too late to learn something. Sometimes that's what's hard. You know what I mean? For a man to accept a woman to teach her something, even for a woman to accept, for a man to teach her something. So
that's real talk. Like and I didn't agree with him on that. Even though she's 22 and he's like 38 or whatever, there's still stuff that he can actually learn from her in that aspect. You're never too old to learn. So there's certain things that maybe she can put him on game with and vice versa. So he was a little ignorant with that statement, but I definitely hear what you have to say.
Most definitely. Yeah. I agree with D. Yeah. She definitely could have taught him something, but from a relationship standpoint, I don't think it would ever work. No. That's where I would speak. D, that's perfect sense. Like you can't look at somebody. My son teach me shit all the time.
Right.
He just turned 18. Shit. He teaches me all kind of shit.
Yeah. she's obviously an entrepreneur too. So he works in a structured area and there's a lot he can learn from her, and he just wrote her off. And so
but it was the way he wrote her off too.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially and real estate. Very uncalled for. It was so inappropriate in the setting. It didn't make any sense.
It's about the character. He doesn't know her character. He doesn't know her life. He doesn't know what she could bring to the table. He just automatically said, "Oh, you're 22. I'm writing you off. She could be a
Right.
22-year-old prodigy
Yeah.
that's fucking won the
He
Nobel
did.
Peace Prize or some shit. But
He did.
he don't know any of that because you're 22. I'm writing you off. It's the same
Right.
energy that those people, they don't know anything about the person and they just write them off before even getting a chance or giving that person a chance to say what they bring to the table.
Hey,
And,
what did the wise man say? He said, a wise man knows that he knows nothing at all.
Exactly.
Look at life from that perspective. You can
Ooh,
always
that.
learn.
Come on.
Hey, so Noelani, what are your thoughts?
How can I say? Okay, so so
Noelani's a liability, so we really don't care. No, I'm just
well, I'm 24. Okay, I'm
Go ahead,
24
you
years
got it,
old,
sis. I'm just messing with
and I think in your 20s, you still learning about yourself. You still learning. You don't know what you want still. I don't care what kind of job you have. I don't care what bills you pay. I really don't care. You still learning. You still gonna learn about yourself. So all she saw was she heard he's a doctor. Ching ching. He got looks. Ooh, perfect. But you still don't know who you are at 22. You still learning. You don't know who you are. But you got to remember the YouTube that they're doing, it's a trend. I watched it from other YouTubers. They're not looking to meet somebody and like, oh, what you got going on with your life? Blah, blah, blah. No, they're looking at looks. Does he look attractive to me? I'm not going to pop my balloon. Oh, I like what he's saying. Let me not pop my balloon. Somebody come up and I just look at him, look at his outfit, look at his pop. They're not looking about anything else. So the extra stuff was an ad. All she heard was money, looks, okay, even better. So it's a trend. That's why she's like, but you look good. I'm not pretty to you? Yeah, of course he looks good. He a doctor with money. Who else not gonna pop? I'm not gonna pop my balloon. Yeah, he a doctor with money. That's all you heard. And he look good.
Obviously, if he's 38 and he's doing a trend that a 22-year-old is, he got a lot to learn too. That's because if you rock,
sir, why were you there?
If you're
why were you there, sir?
If you're 40 and you're rocking with 20-year-olds that just graduated college, then like let's look at that predator aspect of it.
No,
too.
but the way that it works though is they just call you and they be like, "Hey, would you like to participate in this thing?" And people just show up randomly. If
you're a doctor, you can't just call me and say, "Do you want to participate in this?"
No, we know that he has problems, guys.
Exactly. I'm not a doctor, and you can't just call me like, "Hey, you want to participate in this show with other women and maybe it'll be on YouTube?" Bullshit. I got shit to do today, sir.
It's because he's a narcissist, and he wants to tell everybody that he's a doctor. He knows he's attractive, and he wants the attention, and he wants to put other people beneath him. It's just
he was actually trying to start a little show off of that where people were supposed to come on so he can debate with them how they're a liability and not an asset.
He was doing it for himself. He was doing it for himself, and that proves my point.
Hold on one second.
Word of the day.
Not all doctors make good money. You know what I'm saying?
By the time you pay taxes,
they take and run with that. But certain states and certain hospitals, you might work in just a clinic, but certain doctors don't make a whole lot of money. Now, her doing real estate, them checks is coming in.
That's what I was like.
I do real estate, so she do know a lot because it's a lot to do when you're doing that paperwork, and you got to get all that right, all the laws right. You got to make sure you're doing no redlining. It's a lot that comes in. It's not just showing a house and being cute, and that's it. It comes a lot with real estate. So he could have learned. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he too into himself. And what doctor got time to get off and do some damn show?
Thank you. Thank you. Like
that too when I was watching it. Like, dang, shouldn't you be at work right now, bro? Like, doctors get days off too. So I mean, we're not gonna act like they don't
get that long.
17-hour shifts. So when he's not at work, he should be resting after pulling them 16-hour shifts. Let's just be real.
Right.
They don't do 8 hours. They're doing like 12 and 16 hours. Like
exactly. So
the problem
with
the narcissistic
or in between jobs, doctors, They sometimes got to find other,
They
hospitals to
per
get them
diem,
in.
they per diem, they don't make nothing. You right, yep. Per diem and all that, like they just
Yeah.
on here and there.
Yeah.
Thomas said chopstick, or he said chapstick. I called her chapstick. He's calling it chapstick. Chapstick, meet me in my dressing room after the show.
Oh my God.
Boy, what the fuck? Hey, sir, this ain't that kind of show.
No.
You know,
She gonna pop
That's
that
not what we're
balloon.
doing.
are we still talking about the doctor?
Right.
Yeah, right.
So Lonnie said he's gonna pop that balloon.
Pop that
Yeah, you
balloon.
could've popped
Adoration,
that balloon.
pop it.
I always wanted to be a doctor too, a foot doctor.
Boy.
Ew.
I got time.
All your clients are men. Toes. All
I
your
got
clients
time
are
for this
men.
tonight.
I'm like Al Bundy. Also
There was
women's
toes.
shoes. Also women's
He
shoes.
said only sell women's shoes, bro. You just
Al
told your
Bundy
age with that
did it.
one.
No,
Al
no,
Bundy
all your
did it.
clients are men. Now do the
With that
toes.
Al Bundy
Adoration
did it.
don't know who Al Bundy is.
He did.
Oh yeah. They barely got electricity on our compound, so let me bring it back.
Damn, Adoration, you live on the compound?
Technically.
Hey man.
No. I live so internationally. I don't know where I live. People ask me, where do you live? I'll be like,
Was
Hey, flex on them.
I'm a
Adoration while they
nomad.
talking shit. Tell them.
Yeah.
I be everywhere so much.
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck I live at.
I'm being
Tell us
honest,
how
I'm
big your
nomad.
cult
I don't have a
is.
country no more.
Tell us how big your
I'm from
cult
America.
is. How long of a reach that cult have?
Let's see. My parents had 9 kids.
There we
And
go.
that's it. That's us.
There we
There's
go.
about 9 of us. That's it. But we live
Sounded
all over
real.
the world. So
Uh-huh.
right now we're in 5 countries.
Cult.
Melvin, shut up, bro.
Uh-huh. Corporation
Like,
cult. Cult
9 kids from the
corporation.
same parents.
Shut
Y'all
up,
a cult.
man.
Yeah,
I can't
they do it
breathe.
all the time
Homeschool
in the
too.
Amish. Amish community,
Homeschool
they
too.
do that shit all the time.
Homeschool.
I can't breathe.
The
Yo, I'm
Bible is
literally,
our #1 textbook.
I'm literally in tears, man.
So-
You guys pass the same
Dude,
textbook
this
down
dude
from.
Charles is like,
Yep.
Bro is
That's a
retarded,
long
man.
reach for that cult.
I got the best grades in the country.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you done made Adoration
You had
blush.
10
She over here,
students in your
she
class.
blushing and
You
she
had
betting
10
herself.
Like,
She over
you
here
hot
hot
over
like,
there?
oh,
It's hot.
You had 10 students in your class.
how is it hot in the wintertime, Adoration?
You had 10 students in your
You ain't-
class.
you ain't
all
drinking.
your brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
How you do that?
Hey,
Our brothers and
man.
sisters and the teacher. That was it.
Yeah, I had the best grades in my cult. Like, how you
No,
have
I'm
the
talking
best
about I'm in
grades?
college now, sir. I'm taking a master's
Same
program.
thing. A nonprofit college for the cult.
A real college in America online though, because I'm not going back there.
See, that's what you guys create your college. I get it.
We bringing you back to the States, Adoration.
No,
Guys,
It's not
I'm
with the
sorry.
crazy folks in
With y'all
Baltimore.
prices and y'all crime rate, it's just not for me right now. I'll come
Oh
from to
man,
visit.
black on black crime.
It's too much.
Isn't there more
poverty and
Thailand
welfare.
crime in Thailand than
No,
anything else?
there's America has one of the highest crime rates in the entire world.
People
No,
disappear
you know what
in
America
Thailand.
got? One of the highest
be.
incarceration
People
rates
get
in the
shot.
world.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what's
what they
funny?
got.
There was
They
one time a boy in
criminalized
Thailand brought a
everything.
gun to school. He didn't
In
shoot nobody,
Thailand,
he
you
brought a
can
gun to
go buy
school.
pussy all day. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's
yeah.
the difference.
They
You know
got
what
the
I'm
highest
saying?
disease
And
In
patio,
Thailand,
yes,
you can go
indeed.
buy weed and pussy at the same place and get a chicken on a stick and go on about your day, and the police ain't gonna say
And then go to church.
You
And
know
then
what I'm
go
saying?
to church right after
So
that.
stop it. You're not
Wow.
gonna pretend like
No,
y'all
that's
just
not
over
what-
there being the model Christians over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right, with the red light
Knocking
district being
people
prevalent
off
in
the scooters
Bangkok.
and shit.
So
You know what I'm saying? Y'all over there killing each other over
they got a
scooters.
city. They got a
and
city
chicken.
pause named Bangkok.
Of course, they
Red light district Bangkok.
That's
You know what I mean?
they don't have no traffic laws. They drive like crap.
They
They have no
don't.
traffic laws.
It's
Oh
horrible.
man.
You can't get.
The
How are you gonna
traffic
get
is
arrested for
evil.
speeding when there's no speed limits in Thailand? You
Nobody
can't
gets
Walking
arrested
too
for speeding.
fast.
like you can't go to jail because there's no laws. It's a lawless country.
Hey, you guys live in Gotham City. If Batman
Y'all
don't
ain't gonna
show up,
ban y'all.
nobody gets in trouble. You know what I'm saying? You live in Gotham, goddammit.
Yeah.
Thomas,
If Batman
Thomas
don't
is
show
on
up,
point.
nobody
Put
gets
that
caught.
comment back
You
on the
good.
screen.
Thomas said, "Ling Ling, love you long time."
Damn,
Ling
Thomas.
Ling, Adoration, how you over here like, yeah, that's it, when Ling Ling is your best friend?
That's
Ling
what
Ling
I'm
is your
saying.
best
She
friend,
knows.
Adoration. How you over here like, yeah, that's right, but Ling Ling's your best friend, though.
Right. I'm telling you, that's what you hear. That's how
All right,
they
let's
talk.
leave Adoration alone
That's
before
how
she
they
puts
talk.
us on her
Hey,
hit
you
list of the
gotta
cult.
talk about so much crime over there,
I ain't gonna
and they over there
marry y'all.
selling coochie for rolls of tissue. You know what I mean? You gonna miss me with that
Adoration gonna
shit.
send a cyber virus on this shit.
Don't do us over here like we just all criminalistic.
I didn't say
You know
that.
what I'm
I
saying?
didn't
Yeah.
say
And
that.
they selling
Yeah, you
coochie.
did.
About
Hey,
you.
they selling
No.
coochie for goddamn AA batteries and generators. You know what I'm saying?
No, nobody wants to work for $2 in a
I'm just
Snicker
saying
bar.
it's too expensive over
We're
there.
not gonna play like that's
Oh no,
Yeah.
don't clean it up now because now you say it's too expensive. You say crime
need-
rate and everything.
I need to save my
you
money to
acting
play
like how
Bitcoin, okay?
you acting like how
Hourly
Corey
wage.
was with that Stanley Cup with his finger in the air. You acting
Hey,
real
you know
bougie.
what
You
I
know,
mean?
Yeah, I
crime rates
know.
is too expensive
Because
over there.
I don't
mess
hang
with
around you black
I don't hang
people.
around you
I moved
average
to the
Yeah.
Negroes.
suburbs.
No,
She get paid in
no.
bread,
I'm over here
bread
in
and soup.
Bangkok
But
with
he's
the
a
red light
husband and a
district with my
dad. He
friend
gets a
named Ling
pass.
Ling.
Hey,
Yeah, like he was
I
so better
did.
than us
I
over
ain't gonna
here.
lie.
Mhm.
I moved to the suburbs. You know why I moved to the suburbs? Because I don't got to be no snitch over here. My neighbor's going to call police on y'all as soon as you pull up. And if they ain't never seen you before, they call it. I ain't got to come outside and argue with you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
My neighbors are going to be like, these Negroes don't belong over here. Goodbye, good sir. I live in a great neighborhood. The police come immediately.
With a good HOA.
They will escort your ass right away from my property. You know what I'm
With a
saying?
good
Hey,
HOA.
I
Oh
love
man,
y'all.
hey,
Goodbye.
this is where I'm at. You can't necessarily do that where I'm at, but you know, hey, but
It's
this has
okay.
been a fun episode. I don't know. We'll talk it over with the crew. If we're not doing anything tomorrow, we can come back for an after party because we ain't had one of those in a minute. But you know, and maybe talk about this 50 series shit again because I'm still baffled that. Because again, I saw one person on Facebook talking, "Oh, I'm watching this. What the F did I marry?" Shit. Then another one. The next thing you know, all these girls coming back talking about they watching it on my timeline. I'm like, the funk is this? And these niggas really sat through and watched 50 episodes of this bullshit to hear about a girl who missed red flag. She was just colorblind. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how. You know, it's the time that we're living in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it. Sorry.
Word.
Yeah, that topic burnt.
Word. So much stuff to do with my life than to worry about why she's a fuck up. You
Exactly.
She's
and that's
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? She was made to say, listen, Dad, what are we depending in on this show?
She makes bad decisions.
Right.
We're not
Why
gonna
she
do
All
that
right,
now.
y'all. Hey, this is what the if alopecia here, I'll come back. Alopecia? Who the fuck is alopecia?
You talking about adoration, sir?
That me?
What the fuck?
Alopecia over here, adoration. That might be a reason for you to come back to the state. High crime rates and the high prices or whatever. You might have to, you might have a reason to come back to the state.
He called her Jada Pinkett.
Bro,
What
called her
is going on?
alopecia. What the?
He called you Jada Pinkett. Why is he clowning?
Let me get me a will to come slap you.
No.
Oh,
Why is he clowning? Why is he clowning?
Let me find the bill to come stop you.
Go ahead,
Damn,
Adoration. Do your damn thing. Do your damn thing.
All right, y'all. Hey, this has been a real one. I don't know. Panel, are we coming back for after party tomorrow?
Yeah,
Do we
we'll
convene in the
talk
morning
about
and
it,
kind of
man.
think about it, or what's up? What's everybody doing tomorrow?
Y'all gotta let me know because for me it's a different
What time?
zone.
What time is it gonna be? Because I coach little league football, flag football.
We don't do.
Man,
We don't
y'all
do
gonna
after.
lose. Don't worry about that, man. You
Hey,
might
we-
get beat up like Cam Newton.
You
so
know,
be
if we
careful
do it
out
after
there.
party, you
Watch
don't
your
want to
surroundings.
time.
You know what I'm saying? Keep your head on the
Newton,
swivel.
he held
baby.
his own
They're
against
knocking out coaches. Yes.
three men. Cam Newton held his own.
Hey, sure
How
they
you-
did. Hey, the
they-
man's 6'6". Shit, he
Yeah,
better.
he built. What were they thinking? If he wanted to destroy him, he would have destroyed him. But he worried about his pocket. He like, they're gonna file a
Hey.
lawsuit if I beat their ass. So
Exactly.
Never lie.
You gotta think about the money first, sir. You fuck up the
He got
bag.
like 7 kids, so he got, he ain't gonna lose that check.
Thomas,
Hey,
I
but
need you to get out the comments, sir. You're done. You are restricted
Because-
for the rest of the evening.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes,
if we do
play
it after
football in the
party-
winter. If you
if
had
we do
kids,
it after
Thomas,
party,
you know it's year round.
late. If we do it after party, it's not gonna be till like late, like maybe like 6, 7 o'clock or so. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
it'll be enough
kids
time
will
for
be
me to go
done.
get my drink, get your drink, get some toes out your mouth.
Let's do it all day. Toe doctor. I'm gonna tell people I'm a toe doctor
That's
from
why I
now
don't put
on.
on my Facebook. Y'all dirty.
What's wrong with putting on your adoration? You acting real bougie around here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's
and you don't even have
because
a
she can't
family cup.
offend the cult members. She can't offend them.
Yeah, adoration. You act like you're new around here. You know, like
No.
deciding to put this on my
She did-
Facebook.
all her
Real
friends on
life
Facebook.
niggas over here. Oh my god.
Episode I do it, y'all like, let's go in.
Oh my god.
Wait, did Adoration put it on her Facebook? All right,
No.
let's go.
No, she
I'm
doesn't
gonna
want
send you
people
off
to.
with the Karens, adoration. That's where you belong.
Adoration don't want people to know she knows black people. That's it. She don't want nobody to know she knows black people. She's like, nah, I'm cultured, but I don't know no black people.
She's starting to sound real Candace Owen-ish.
Yes.
No, I have black friends. This is my black friend.
Yeah, you're starting to
Yeah,
sound real
uh-huh.
Candace Owen-ish. You know, I'm just saying. Yeah, just saying.
But do all black people suck toes?
Nah,
No.
Is that
only
what
the
you're
best
saying?
of them.
Is that what you're saying?
Only the best of them.
Only this nigga down there.
What?
Only
How
the
do we
best
get?
of them.
Goodbye. Y'all have a wonderful
Anyway, hey, thank you guys for tuning in to Drop Your 3 Cents. Make sure that you guys are hitting the like, share button. If you're on YouTube, if you're on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe. Thank you very much for dropping in to Drop Your 3 Cents. Thank you to everybody that came through. Much love. And we're going to end this stream on a peace.
Love, peace, chicken grease.